Hello, everyone. I am here with Tracy Allen, and we're here to talk about the 5 things you need to know about pre-planning your cremation. Yes, it's a topic that many people don't want to speak about, but think about it. With the way the world is today, it will alleviate stress for you and your family. Tracy, let us know what those 5 things are.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Kathy. And so thank you for allowing me to share with you and your audience. And so I just want to say that I am a pre-need cremation planning advisor. So my job is to make sure that folks that want to go ahead and live your life, make sure that you got your stuff in order, your estate planning and all of that stuff. Wonderful. Have your life insurance. Wonderful. However, when the time comes, pre-planning is the action that's taken care of. And so there are 5 things that every pre-need planning company must provide. And we deal specifically with cremation. So if you were to go to, let's say, a Trident Society or a Neptune Society, there are 5 things that all of us, and I happen to work for a company called Smart Cremation, all of us have to do these 5 things. And so the first one is the transportation. That's the pickup. When a death has occurred, no matter where we are, when you have this plan with us, no matter where you are, we pick you up and get the process started without any additional fees to your family. So once you have the plan, it's all included in that plan. So the transportation. The second thing is the refrigeration. A body must be stored and cool, stay cool until the cremation itself happens. And so in refrigeration, the beauty about our plan is making sure that if the body needs to be held longer than the normal time, then, let's say some people think 5 to 7 days. That's typically average, but sometimes some things may be holding up the process. Maybe the doctor is taking forever to sign the doctor's, put a signature on that form, the death certificate and all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. Those things can take some time. And if you're held up during that process, each day that you're in refrigeration, there's usually a charge anywhere from $50 to $150 per day for a body to be held in refrigeration. So again, with our plan, we don't have to worry about that, okay? So refrigeration. And the next thing is the paperwork. We can't just pick up a body and cremate you. There has to be paperwork involved. So we make sure that the doctor's signature is taken care of, the death certificates, the permit to cremate. All of these things are taken care of by our what we call smart arrangers. We have one person that holds the hand of the family members, make sure that everything is taken care of. And so having all of that together, and then we have what's called a chain of custody log. So once the body is picked up, everything that's being done to the body has to be documented. And any movement, it has to be documented. And that chain of custody log stays with the body the whole time until it's time for the number 4 thing, which is cremation. And so the cremation chamber, outside of it, will have the log outside of that chamber to make sure that we're cremating the right person, making sure that we're held responsible and accountable for who it is that we're cremating at that time. And we only cremate one person at a time. And then that 5th thing is the disposition. That's not your attitude. That's not your attitude. The disposition is, what do you want to happen after you've been cremated? Do you want to be returned back to your loved ones? Do you want to be scattered at sea? Are you going to a national or private cemetery? Whatever your choices are, we take care of those things. And again, with no additional charges for our members and stuff. And so I have my plan with this company, and my children are super happy that I've got my plan. So yeah, it's an amazing thing because I can go ahead and live my life, but feel responsible so that whenever the time comes, my kids don't have to worry and stress over what to do, how to do anything.
Right. And so you had mentioned, so I got the 5 things. You got transportation, refrigeration, paperwork, but most importantly, you have a smart arranger to hold the hand for the family members so they can manage through it. Yep. Then you have the cremation, and then you have the disposition.
Yeah.
So in regards to the cremation, usually what time frame does it take from when you collect the body and then the actual cremation is done?
Yeah, so like I said, on average, it's
Mhm.
usually about 5 to 7 days. But there are times where it may be difficult to get in touch with the doctors. You know, somebody was just sharing a story that they had a situation where for some reason they just had a hard time getting in touch with the doctor. And we go ahead and make that phone call. So the family is not having to do it, but our arranger was calling that doctor's office twice a day, trying to get this doctor to sign.
Okay.
And so finally on the 13th day, finally got that signature.
Got it.
But yeah, so no matter what the situation, we go ahead and take care of that paperwork and those phone calls.
Right. And then you had mentioned death certificates. So how many original death certificates does a family usually need?
You never know. So now what we do is we facilitate the paperwork in terms of getting the death certificates set up, you know, make sure that all of that paperwork is taken care of. However, depending on how many each family will need, that cost is a cost that they would take care of.
Okay.
So right now the average is about $24. And so let's say a family needs 3, okay? That 24 times 3 would be the payment would come from the family, but we would go ahead and make sure everything is set up. Same with the permit to cremate. The state of California requires a permit to cremate. There's a paperwork to fill out for that as well. That permit to cremate fee is usually less than $20. But let's say you go someplace else where they don't require a permit to cremate, or they don't have a fee for it, then we have not put that charge in our plan. But those are the only fees that a person will pay regarding the whole cremation process that a loved one would have to pay. And we also make the phone call to the Social Security office, because when I think about my poor kids sitting there on the phone trying to get through the Social Security office and pulling out their hair, they don't have to worry about that. We make that phone call to Social Security as well as to the VA for us veterans.
Okay, great.
Yeah, they'll go ahead and set up the service and all of that. Make sure that our families get any benefits that are due back to the family. We take care of all of that.
And that's all part of the Smart Arranger, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then as far as the disposition is concerned, so some people either going to keep it in the box you give it to them. So if they want something more decorative, then that means they go somewhere else to get that. How does that part work?
Our plan makes sure that the family does not have to shop while they're grieving. So our plan actually comes with an urn.
Okay.
I have my urn right here, right here at home. So
okay.
Yes.
All righty, great. So everyone, this is Tracy Allen. Her phone number is 619-248-2640, as you can see right here. And we understand that this is a very sensitive issue, but I've had, especially people of a particular age, and life itself happens. And people, unfortunately, should consider doing the pre-plan. Now, this is cremation, so if that's not your venue, then let me know, and then I will find another space for us to have another video. Tracy, anything else you want to end with this video?
I'll just say that we also have, and pricing is something that I would need to talk with people about. However, we do have either paid in full pricing or financing options. And if somebody needed to finance it, there's no credit check. You just go ahead and choose whatever financing option is available. And the nice thing about that is, excuse me, we do have it where you can get started for as low as $99 down. And then there's no prepayment penalties or anything like that. But if we die before that plan is paid off, then the family is only paying what's left, the balance due of that contract. So even, excuse me, even if a person passed away, let's say they're still paying, they got like $1,000 left, but it's a couple years later, and we as a company have gone up on our pricing, doesn't matter. The price is locked in for life. And we have a 100% lifetime money back guarantee with this plan.
Well, if you want to hear more about that, you need to give Tracy a call. Again, her number is 619-248-2640. Tracy, thank you so much for your time. And as you both know, we are both veterans, so it was a pleasure to serve.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, and we look forward to helping you in the future.
Thank you.